everybody. Today is the first time that we're going to genuinely try and celebrate the things in our mission that don't always get recognized. The status quo is, I think, a very dangerous precedent. To always accept where you are is a really challenging thing. The worst words that I know of in the English language is, "This is how it's always been." If this is how it had always been, this is where we would live. This is a picture of Sheikh Zayed Road, 1971. And I think that it really, really resonates with how forward-thinking a place like Dubai is. And our role as the UAS community in that is to always be pushing ourselves to match the expectations of the agenda of this nation. I am absolutely enthralled by the idea of innovation, and innovators tend to be the practice of game changers. Here's something that I think everyone in this room owes a significant debt of gratitude to. This was an absolute game changer in the history of the world. That is the original BlackBerry. And the original BlackBerry was the first device that allowed people to access email from their pocket. In 8 years, 8 very short years, BlackBerry went from being the leader in global technology to more or less exempt. This is what happened to Research in Motion shares. From the year 2000, when that device was created, they absolutely owned the market. And then in 2008, it plummeted. And people wonder why that was. Many believe that it was the invention of the touchscreen. But it wasn't the invention of the touchscreen, because that dated all the way back to 1965. What it was that another company took the things that already existed and innovated them in a way that hadn't been done before. And I really think that it comes down to the mission of that second company relative to the first. And here are the mission statements of those two organizations. Apple's is about who they were, whereas RIM's were about what they did. And I think that intrinsic motivator that exists being part of Apple was something that drove them to their success. Intrinsic motivation is something that I really believe as an educator is a powerful thing. The student you see there is no different than any student that we see sitting in front of us. This is Toby. Toby had 42 IB points. Toby played the trumpet in the band. He played for 3 sports. And he really, really pushed himself to do all of those things. Not because he wanted to have an extrinsic motivator, because he really wanted to be the best trumpet player that he could. He really wanted to be the best athlete that he could. And that's what set him apart from the other students in that school that were trying to get into Harvard. His motivation was not to get in. His motivation was to do his personal best in everything that he pursued. In the year 2011, Toby applied to Harvard along with 10 other students at that school, and he was the only one who got in. And the other students had higher marks and had more things on their resume than he did. But it was his pursuit of intrinsic motivation, the reason that he did those things, was what got him there. The other thing that Toby was really fantastic about was that he was willing to embrace his mistakes. Most people are interested in things that they're not interested in things that they already know. Most people like to learn. It's why when you complete a video game, you rarely play it again. The reality is once you know something, it's time to move on. But mistakes are opportunities for growth, and mistakes are things that you can visit. So we really want to talk about the fact that as we go forward, we have to embrace the mistakes that we make. And those mistakes can lead to a growth mindset. Now, a growth mindset is a very, very important part of the development of a school. This is a Fiske Elementary School, and this is their data that showed a difference in the mindset that they had taken on and adopted in 2012. They taught the students a couple of things. They taught the students that the mind is a muscle and every mistake is a push-up. Kids were praised for making more and more mistakes, which meant they wanted to try more and more things. The more and more things they tried, the more success they had. It led to better results. The other part of a growth mindset is the idea that you have not achieved something yet. A fixed mindset means that where you are in a specific time is the only place you'll ever be. But the word yet is the most powerful word in the development of a growth mindset because it means that you can continue to achieve. Here are some things that we are trying to grow in our culture, and not all of them have found their place in our school yet. But we are really trying to recognize that this is a school that has enormous potential to grow. And just like Shakespeare wrote in 1991, we are committed to pursuing the mission of this school as well as our own personal best. Our mission is not impossible. All right? Our mission is something that we need to strive towards each and every day. Today, we will celebrate. We're going to celebrate our students. Mistakes will be made. There will be students that we have overlooked at this point in time. We cannot acknowledge every one of you because the amazing number of things that all of you are doing is too many to count. But our mission is to try. Our mission is to improve, and our mission is to go forward. So today, we are going to recognize a few special students. Welcome to the parents. Thank you for joining us today. And we're going to begin today's presentation with the Principals Awards. So I'd like to welcome up the Grade 9 Principal Awards. The Grade 9 Principal Recipient Awards go to Malik, Ahmed, Tansini, Zalim, Ibrahim, Dakion, Leah, Joshua, Malik, Jude, Henry, Sunshine. Grade 10 Principal Recipient Awards are Lisa, Shmuel, Yasmin, Sidra, Pia, Jada, Lewis, Sergio, Yasmin, Tia, Sahil, Khadija, Good, Aya, Aisha, Grade 11 Principals Award recipients are Howard, Henry, Khadija, Nabi, Lula, Hakim, Shaker, Amir, Neil, Jared, Naida, the Grade 12 Principals Award recipients are Malik, Sanyon, Mona,
Yusuf. Again. Rama. Adeli. Hoda. Ahmed. Ariana. Estelle. Mohammed. Documenters. Pictures. I want to take a moment to talk about personal best. While Mr. Seeley was up here, he talked about this idea between intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. And the difference is massive. When you're an athlete or an academic or anywhere where there's something of competition, and the only thing that gets you up in the morning is that coach or that teacher, we're going to get you so far, right? When you wake up in the morning, you're doing something for yourself. When you are intrinsically motivated, when it comes from deep within, you are going to do your absolute best. That, ladies and gentlemen, is 12,000 calories worth of food. Raise your hand if you count calories. You know what calories are, just by show of hands. That's a lot of you out there. Now, the average adult should not be consuming anywhere near 12,000 calories a day. That's 3 to 4 times the amount of food that a person should eat. But this man, Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian in history, with 23 gold medals, ate that on a daily basis when he was training. Why? Because he needed to fuel his body for 6 hours a day in the swimming pool, another 10 hours a week in the gym, because he was intrinsically motivated. This man wanted to be his absolute best, and he got there. And we're not all going to be gold medal athletes. We're not all going to get 45 points come July when those results come out in the IB program. But we are here to empower you, to help you find what it is that you can be the best at. And we are here to help you get there, but once again, we can only get you so far. You need to meet us halfway, right? We are here to help you find that little thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. We're going to support you in doing that. And there are a few among you who have really discovered what it is they're passionate about. We would like to congratulate Deborah. She won the 2016 BMW Open in October 20th of 2016 that was held at the Emirates Golf Club. She won the event with a stable forward score of 38 points, playing off a handicap of 6. This victory gave Deborah the opportunity to then play in the VP World Championship Pro-Am at Jumeirah Gulf Estates on November 15th, where she finished second while playing alongside PGA professional Padraig Harrington. What an amazing and upsetting job. Tia here is a published author. She has poems published in Z Poetry Volume 2, an anthology of international indie poetry. Now, I'm going to read a poem of hers after I let her off stage, but let me just ask you, Tia, how many hours a week do you think you spend on your writing, give or take?
I don't know, it's just when inspiration strikes.
When the inspiration strikes, and I think that's awesome. Thank you, Tia. The poem is entitled Peaceful. And I have it up here because I think it's very visually stimulating. It's a dictionary poem. Peaceful. An adjective. You listen to the birds chirp, watch as they beat their wings almost in time to your heart. Someone laughs and one, too, escapes from your throat. Another escapes and another, until they become a mere echo carried away by the breeze. You stand in rubble, a survivor of bloodshed, now a resident of the aftermath. Your hands are calloused, your face is ashen, but you stand. If you can rise, why can't the world? The stars are reflected in your eyes. If they can shine, why can't you? You wish, and the silence rings, but for once it is not harsh. You reside in your thoughts, not the ones you think are important, but the ones that are fleeting, the ones that are barely there. You try to grasp them, to build them fragment by fragment, and in turn, you create something else altogether. It is the middle ground between a dream and a memory, the fine line between fantasy and reality. It is bittersweet, but you think perhaps that this is what true serenity is. Peaceful. And again, I just want to give one last big congratulations to those folks that are out there finding your personal best. And we can't recognize every single one of you, and I'm sure we've missed some, but this is a start, right? And we're here to celebrate the awesomeness that is the UAS community. So thank you.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be or to become caring individuals, critical thinkers, and global citizens, whilst at UAS. Of course, these traits will also be very, very useful for you later in life. The following students are being recognized today for their initiative and their school spirit. They have contributed to UAS in a wide variety of ways this year, and they are making a really positive impact on our community. Dries has lived in the UAE for over 6 years and has often wondered why solar energy was not used more in a country which has so much sunshine. Luckily, things are changing, and there is now a Dubai Solar Schools program, which helps schools to install rooftop solar panels. This is done at a very low cost, and it also supports educational programs about renewable energy. Dries is a member of the Green Team, and he thought that this was a fantastic opportunity for UAS. He is proud to have helped launch this project here, even though he knows he will not be at UAS long enough to actually see it to fruition. He said that he wishes to thank Mr. Seeley and Mr. Torres for their support for this initiative, and his team is really pleased to be able to make a positive contribution to UAS and to help contribute to a cleaner future for the UAE. Hind thought that Flag Day and National Day really needed to be valued here at UAS, and she decided to bring some traditional Emirati values to life. She created a team of students and worked with them to ensure that students understood more about Dubai and the country in which they live, rather than just knowing certain stereotypical points of view. She envisioned the community coming together, learning, and having fun. It took 2 whole months of work to plan the National Day event, but she successfully led the team to achieve their goal and is really pleased with the result. Majid has been spearheading the monthly movie night initiative here at UAS. He is the student government's vice president and is responsible for leading the planning and execution of the movie nights with the help, he says, of the food committee and the decoration committee. The purpose of the movie night has been to bring together the school community in a comfortable environment with good food and good movies. This event has so far successfully taken place 3 times, and Majid is still aiming to improve on it, and he hopes to see you throughout the rest of the year. So please come and support it. Sarah photographed the varsity volleyball teams throughout their season. She also designed posters for their games and made slideshows for them to showcase their best and their worst moments. She felt part of the team and is especially happy when they won. She really liked showing the pictures to the players because they were excited about something she produced. She really loved this experience and would love to do it again. Sabrina and Novelli are working together to celebrate what they've been doing for the Senior Lounge. First of all, Sabrina has actually been very involved with the school community over the past few years, playing volleyball, playing football, and participating in MUN. However, recently she has been instrumental in designing the mural for the Senior Lounge. She started being really interested with the idea that it can happen, and then really wanted to use a street art type design. This developed as she aimed to include things that reflected her class, but also included opinions from other people. She usually paints for hours now, and has obviously the company of Novelli. The graduating class decided, as they said, to create a mural on the Senior Lounge wall. She has been coming into school at weekends to help paint the design. Although the process has been a little time-consuming, she has really enjoyed watching the wall come alive thanks to the color and the designs. Sophia, please. Sophia has been helping the UAS community in 2 key ways recently. She has been sorting out the Senior Lounge and organised dress down days and fundraisers, for example, and she's been dealing with a wide variety of people and working out practical ways to deal with any challenges which arise. She also took a risk recently and was the MC for the Scorpion Athletics Award ceremony. She found this experience to be a challenge, but very rewarding, especially as it was, as we said, her first time as MC. She enjoyed representing the varsity girls' volleyball team, whilst also hosting the event. In early November, UAS hosted a student-led and student-focused MUN conference. This event was only able to take place thanks to months of planning and preparation. The students involved on stage here accomplished an impressive feat, and this was all due to their efficient teamwork and collaboration. The students often set aside personal opinions or preferences and worked together to coordinate this event. This was collaborative learning and leading at its finest, and the students develop skills which will be invaluable to them in the future.
Having known these current 10th grade students for a year and a half, I came to realize one thing: they love to compete. So as a team, we came together and put out a plan for them to show off their competitive spirit. There were countless hours training, one very intense preliminary homeroom round, and then finally, we found 5 champions from each homeroom, and they battled it out in our minute-to-win-it competition.
Next we have an award that I think is pretty cool. Our 3 high school values are respect, punctuality, and uniform, and we've identified some students that really hold tight to that idea of punctuality. We like to call them Agent Zero. The following students, I'd like to invite you up because you need 0 tardies, 0 absences since the beginning of the year. If you see your name on this list, come on up. Once again, I'd like to thank these folks for being to school every day, on time, to class, every class, on time, and for doing that, we are rewarding them with a 100 dirham gift card that they can swing by the office and pick up. Thank you, folks.
I believe that there is truth in the old adage that there is strength in numbers. And if this is true, then UAS athletics is definitely getting stronger. This year saw record numbers of athletes trying out for teams and activities during Season 1, and these trends have continued into Season 2. Approximately 100 students ended up making Season 1 teams. You can get all of the athletes from Season 1, from the golf team, the academic games team, swim teams, and volleyball teams, all stand together. We are Season 1 student athletes and participants. Season 2 looks to be even bigger and brighter. We've got even more athletes participating in soccer, basketball. We started a wrestling program, tennis program, Our Junior Scorpion program's growing, and it looks like it should be even bigger and brighter for season 2. So I encourage all of you guys, please come out, support your fellow students, and we're hosting a very big varsity basketball tournament again. So please come out, show your Scorpion spirit, and have a good time. Thank you very much.
Without the support of our fantastic teaching staff, none of this stuff would be possible. So first of all, I'd like us all to give them a recognition and appreciation for the wonderful teaching. We're not bringing the teachers on. I absolutely want to thank Artie for the wonderful job that he always does. I want to thank Ms. Rasha and Ms. Rhoda and all the people who helped behind the scenes in putting together the presentation. Today, there was another event on today. There's going to be some fantastic pictures of the kids all face painted, so I want to recognize the languages department for their wonderful language and job that has today. And some very important people here. I would like the graduating class of 2017 to please stand up. Graduating class, when you come back, You're 4 months away. You are closer to the end than you are to the beginning right now. So thank you so much for watching a wonderful and safe break. Okay, you'll be the first to be excused. Everybody give them a round of applause.